This is the situation, and it's not a good one, okay? Welcome to my road trip vlog that is not going as planned, okay? I'm just gonna start there. I moved out of my apartment yesterday. The movers got done around 4 p.m. They were lovely. However, I did not think it was gonna take until 4 p.m. I was like, oh, at latest, we're gonna be done by noon. So that kind of threw a wrench in our plans because we were planning to do our longest drive on the first day. You know, looking back, maybe we shouldn't have done. We were planning to go to like Grand Junction, Colorado area. Suddenly that was taken off the table. Our ETA is basically like 4 a.m. at this point. We're not gonna make it there. So then we were looking at staying in Cedar City in Utah, booked a new bed and breakfast. We were really excited. It looked really cute. And then traffic. So much traffic. They shut down I-15 heading to Las Vegas. There was like a lithium battery truck that exploded or something on I-15. Every single person that was driving to Vegas on a Friday night from Los Angeles / just anyone heading east, we were all going on I-40, 2 lanes of traffic. Then eventually, once we got to the end, all of those 2 lanes of traffic filtered down to 1 lane. Every single person leaving Los Angeles, heading out east, bottlenecking into 1 lane. Once we reached that point, we were like, okay, so we're just doing single file line, basically. People were running out of gas. We were in the middle of the desert. There's not that many gas stations along that stretch, and so cars were running out of gas. They were pulling over. 8.5 hours to go 60 miles. At one point it said 55 minutes of traffic to go 1 mile to get to that Chevron, an hour to go 1 mile, which obviously people were getting out of their cars and just walking to the gas station to see if they had gas. We stopped to see if they had gas because I was freaking out because we had like a quarter tank and I was like, we might as well just see. And we waited in line and then I walked up there eventually and no gas. So then we had to get back in the car, which is when I proceeded to cry. Well, then there was another gas station there was a huge line for. So then we skipped that gas station and we were like, okay, we've come this far, but let's push it a little bit farther. We drove to Needles, California, where we finally got gas. We had like 30-ish miles left. Went to the nearest hotel, booked up. Every single hotel booked up because everybody was doing what we were doing. We proceeded to call a place that was another hour away. They had a place and we asked them if we could check in at 6 a.m., sleep until 1 p.m. and they said, sure. We watched the sunrise.
I should count the amount of times I cried today. I cried when I broke my coffee maker. I cried when I hit my head on the trunk. I cried because of those 2 things, but it was really just the catalyst because I was overwhelmed with packing and moving. Third was when we were leaving, and then there was a lot of crying during the traffic. Is that my mom?
She's 3 hours ahead of us. She's on Eastern time. Immediately called us as the sun was rising, and she was like, I kind of knew because I woke up in the middle of the night and I tracked you guys. We left Los Angeles at 4:30 p.m. We got out of the traffic at 4 a.m. So you do the math. I don't know if I'm articulating this well, but it was just a nightmare. I literally have never been in worse traffic. I don't know if I will ever be in that bad of traffic again. It would have happened to us regardless of what time we left LA because I think that the truck and like shutting off I-15 happened in the morning. Yes, we would have arrived here or elsewhere at a more decent time, but like we would have had to be in that traffic and it would have taken that long regardless. We were going to stay in this bus that was converted to an Airbnb. It was really cool, very scenic. It was on this ranch. Did not get to stay there. Did not get refunded, obviously. The bed and breakfast that we booked, we were too late to that one. Called the woman at 6 a.m. and she was like, oh my God, I was so worried about you guys. Like, yes, I'll refund you. And so then we booked this random fucking hotel. Tonight we're supposed to be getting to Cawker City, Kansas. 16.5 hour drive and it's 1 p.m. Our plans are so fucked up. I'm so mad. Keep in mind, the last 48 hours, I have already been stressed because I was picking up my apartment, cleaning, so exhausted and just like overwhelmed with emotions. Put on top of that, all of that.
We'll play some Taylor Swift in the car.
And I do love a road trip. That's the thing. I think what's so upsetting is I do love a road trip. This negativity isn't coming from like, oh, like I hate driving. Like I love a road trip. When I moved out here, I did a road trip. Me and Brooke did a road trip cross country. Like I was so excited. I just love dumb roadside attractions and I love driving across country. Like I've done it twice. I can't imagine if someone who didn't like a road trip was in that situation, how angry they would be. We drove the amount we were supposed to drive yesterday, amount of hours we were supposed to drive yesterday, and we made it like a third of the way. Really, really scary. We're gonna appreciate 70 miles per hour. Also, we had no service. Didn't even add that in there. I'm gonna like remember more things that went wrong, but there were just so many things that were just so wrong. I am excited for my coffee this morning. And by this morning, I mean 1 p.m. Okay, we are in Winslow, Arizona, so we're kind of doing a little bit more of a southern route than we originally planned. The route right now is the original path I took with my family. I've been to Winslow, Arizona before, did not plan on coming back, but we are in Winslow, Arizona, famously mentioned in the Eagles song. Come here. Aww. Here we are, and then I have a really sick hat from this gift shop that's actually like one of my favorite ball caps that I think I packed in my carry-on bag. Standing on a corner in Winslow, Arizona gift shop. Pretty sick gift shop. And here's the flatbed Ford that's also mentioned in the song. Should we go in the gift shop? 2 seconds. We are in the little sliver of Oklahoma, the little the panhandle. We're in the panhandle. I feel like I only use the panhandle to refer to Florida. That's also a panhandle, the little sliver of Oklahoma. Like I said yesterday, our route has completely changed from our original route. We're getting back on track today. We did not stay in the Airbnb that we wanted to stay in. Last night we just found this bed and breakfast and we're just kind of in farmland right now. I know bed and breakfasts are supposed to feel like you're staying in someone's home, but like this like legitimately feels like I'm in someone's house. And we got in really late last night and they like let us come in really late and like gave us a code, and it like literally felt like I was breaking into someone's home. I think the town is called Gunyon, Oklahoma. We're getting back on track today and we're actually staying in the Airbnb that we're supposed to be staying in tonight, unless there's another interstate closed down. They're making us breakfast at 10 a.m. and it is 9:59 right now, so I have to go downstairs. We are in Dodge City, known from the famous saying, get out of Dodge, or get way out of Dodge, or get the hell out of Dodge. All of the above. I don't know what I thought that saying was from. I guess I just thought it was a saying. Based on this town, I guess kind of like a cowboy thing. We are at the Boot Hill Museum. We're not doing the museum. We did buy a sarsaparilla, so I'm gonna taste it on camera. I actually have no clue, but it just sounds like something that might taste like root beer. Boot Hill sarsaparilla. Oh yeah, it tastes like root beer. We are in Wilson, Kansas. We just pulled over really quickly because we saw this egg on the road, and this is actually the world's largest Czech egg. Czech is in Czech Republic, and we just could not miss this. Are we rolling? Yeah, bro. Okay, we are at the world's largest collection. Wait, hold on. We're at the world's largest collection of the world's smallest versions of the world's largest things. Did I say that right? So exciting. There's no one here. I know, I thought there was gonna be, I think they just take donations, but there's no one here. And this town is called Lucas, Kansas. First thing we're gonna do is we're going to sign in with a giant pencil. I'm loving the irony. That's so funny. It's kind of hard. Mr. Randy's Donuts. I've been there. Dinosaur, Pee-wee Adventures. So these are just like random small versions of like roadside attractions. W.L. Loon, Mercer, Wyoming. Okay, so this is just a giant duck in Wyoming. Oh my god, it's just peanuts. Look, this is just a bunch of, oh my god, there's a pistachio. Where is that? We need to go find that. That is a pistachio somewhere in the middle of nowhere.
You know how I feel about pistachios.
I know.
Too.
Look at the small pistachio. This is so exciting. A teacup. And then the small version. Wait, this is something I've seen. I've seen Car Hinge. Look, it's a small version of Car Hinge. That was in, Alliance, Nebraska. I've seen that. Whoever came up with this idea has a good sense of humor. Ball of twine snip. It's a bit of the twine from the biggest ball of wine in Cawker City. That's where we're going next. That's so cute. World's largest souvenir plate. Wow. We sort of kind of planned the road trip around what's behind me. This is gonna go ahead and be the world's biggest ball of twine in Cawker City, Kansas. I never thought that we would make it. All of our travel plans getting messed up, but we finally made it. And I also brought with me, okay, this is more for like photo sake, I brought my own personal ball of yarn to take a photo in front of it. And I also bought the smallest little ball of yarn. Oh, look at the comparison. I wonder how many people that knit or crochet come here. This would be fun even if I wasn't knitting, but I feel like it's so much more fun because I knit. It does have more give than you would think. Oh my God, Frank. Icon. Just an average man with just a above average dream. It would be so fun to be here when they were winding it, and I would participate in it. We were actually supposed to stay in this place right across the street from the biggest ball of twine so we could wake up, look out our window, see the biggest ball of twine. We were supposed to stay there in an old gas station converted to a little hotel. So sad. Maybe one day we'll come back. I don't know if we'll be back. But I also never thought I would go back to Winslow, Arizona, but I went back there, so who's to say? There could have been a vlog shot like out the window where you could see it. Could you imagine?
Would have been perfect.
Would have been perfect. It's okay. The museum that we just were the world's largest collection of the smallest versions of the world's largest things, they had a piece of string cut off from this, which I'm not gonna do, but that would be so fun to have framed. Maybe if there's one on the ground. Honestly, if there's a piece of twine on the ground, then I'm taking it. I did in fact find a piece of twine on the ground. It's kind of dirty. There is music playing behind me, but we have stopped to have dinner at Cracker Barrel in West Topeka, Kansas. Drinking a Corona and Cracker Barrel. What's wrong about that? What's wrong with that?
Fuck yeah.
What's wrong with that? Reason to celebrate because we're back on track. We're actually staying where we're supposed to be staying tonight, a place that we booked in advance. Oh, and we're not driving until 4 a.m. Grilled chicken tender, hash brown casserole, mac and cheese, fried okra, biscuits.
If you've ever wondered what it's like to be in a grain bin, well, we've got the Airbnb for you.
Let us tell you.
Oh, you can tell that we're not in California, the humidity. Everybody's heard of Versailles. All right, we're in Versailles, Missouri. Before we leave, I'm giving you guys a tour of our Airbnb. It is a converted grain bin. They're renovating another one over there, but this place is sick. This is the coolest place that we've stayed. It's really showing how sad it is that we didn't get to stay in the other places because this place was sick. I'm going to give you guys a quick tour before we leave. It actually looks much smaller from the outside. I feel like it feels huge on the inside. These string lights last night were really helpful to find the place. Little bench, a grill. You walk in. I'm gonna have to turn on some lights. There's this bar right here. Of course, this has been overtaken with our stuff. So just envision it actually looking neat. They have this that shows you, all of the different info and such. A guest book, which we need to sign. Coffee. Oh my God, I actually might make one of those right now. Fridge that, we literally put 2 beers in last night that we didn't open. Fully equipped kitchen. I don't know who's coming out here with groceries, but they gave us 2 cinnamon rolls. It's a couple that owns this place, and I think the woman works at a bakery or owns a bakery. There are these 2 cinnamon rolls. Mr. Bug had some of it last night, but we're gonna eat those for breakfast, take them out the door. Really, really so sweet. Here's the s'mores kit that we didn't get to use. Very cute though. Here's the little living room. Gorgeous. The bathroom is through there, but he's showering, so we're not gonna go in there yet. We're gonna go upstairs to our bedroom. This is our bedroom. So cute. This was on the bed when we arrived last night. They gave us 2 little peppermints and a Hershey's chocolate. The bed was very comfy. I did sleep very well. This little skylight, I was loving this detail. These hangers on this rod. So funny. Dresser, mirror, and then you get to look off over, and there's our little staircase up to our bedroom. I'm loving this place. Like, it's so cool that they renovated this whole space. I love staying in like random Airbnbs like this. It's like, who would have thought that someone would have just taken this and just made it into an Airbnb, and they like renovated it so well. This is nicer than my old apartment. These drawers are nicer than my old apartment. So if you're ever in Versailles, Missouri, come stay at the grain bins. Oh my God, they even have a French press. When I was packing, I broke my French press. This is the same brand, but oh wait, okay, I could do this mug, but I feel like I should do You are stronger than you know. I'm doing this one. Coffee, coffee, and more coffee. Oh my God, they have an iced mocha frap. They do have ice in the freezer, so maybe. I don't think I've ever tried the iced coffee K cups, so maybe I'll try it. This is the bathroom. Fun little sliding door. Sink. Mirror, fogged up right now. Toilet. A lot of towels. They even gave us cotton rounds and Q-tips. I showered in here last night and I had honestly such a great time. I'm loving the grain bin aesthetic in here. And also these products, I don't even know what brand these are. At first I thought they were Aesop because they kind of look like Aesop. Maybe they're meant to look like Aesop brand. Very good products. And I was so happy that they gave a shampoo and conditioner because I brought my own inside last night. They provided some, which was too sweet of them. I moved to Atlanta. Woo! I feel like a lot of you guys already were guessing that, already knew that. Yes, I moved to Atlanta. And I'm also 28. I'm 28. I turned 28 on August 1st. I'm actually currently at my storage unit because I'm not moving my stuff directly into my new apartment. I'm moving my stuff from my last apartment into storage while I look for a place, which is gonna be a little bit interesting. You know, I'm putting my stuff in storage. I'm gonna have to take it out of storage. It's just more steps, but I do have family here. My sister lives here. My brother lives here. My boyfriend lives here, which I do have a boyfriend. Still very interesting to say out loud. I just didn't want to move directly into a new apartment. I just kind of wanted to be here, tour places in person, and I'm lucky enough that I have people here that I can stay with, and so I'm taking advantage of it, okay? We're just taking our time. It's actually better for you guys this way because we get to tour places together. We get to explore different neighborhoods, see where we want to move. You know, we're doing all of that. I have to talk kind of fast because they are about to move all of my stuff into my unit, so I'm gonna have to get out of my car in a second, but I just wanted to touch base and say that I am in Atlanta. My road trip was awesome, even though it got off on the wrong foot. It was really awesome. We recovered. Can't wait to do another one soon. Anytime there's anyone moving across country, I'm there. Awesome. Yay, thank you. There's nothing like being interrupted while speaking to no one in your car. I am gonna have to get out in 2 seconds, but I'm really happy to be closer to home. I'm really excited. Even just like waking up in the morning and feeling the humidity. Some people don't like humidity, and I'm like, oh wow, it feels so nice to be back. Why am I tearing up? I don't know why I'm tearing up. I'm just really excited to be here. I hope you guys are excited. And now all of my stuff is here. Granted, it is going to be in storage for a little bit, so I am kind of like living out of suitcases and whatever, but I don't know how long I'm going to be in this kind of in-between stage, because again, taking my time looking for an apartment. That's my truck right there that they're backing up. Don't you guys want another montage of movers moving my shit? I know you do. I know you guys liked that last montage, so we're about to do another one of two different men moving all of the same objects. Okay, let's go.
I was sitting in the bathtub, counting my toes when the radiator broke. Water all froze, I got stuck in the ice without my clothes, naked as the eyes of a clown. I was crying ice cubes, hoping I'd croak when the sun come through the window. The ice all broke, I stood up and laughed, thought it was a joke. That's the way that the world goes round. That's the way that the world goes round. One day, the next you're down, it's a half an inch of water and you think you're gonna drown. That's the way that the world goes round. That's the way that the world goes round.